We in the studio. We in the studio. With Rob in the studio. In the studio. In the studio. Catch a vibe in the studio. In the studio. We in the studio. With Rob. We in the studio. In the studio. We in the studio. Yeah, I'm in the studio with Rob. I need to make the heat flicker. Izzle on it, only thing can make a Rico beat sicker. So listen and get your wisdom. Gemstones on your head. Top with the OG like Flintstones, good in bed. Been living a long time and he got something to say. Depending on how you feeling, dog, you might got something to pray. This type of influence that you ain't gotta filter through your liver. We in the studio with Rob. Come let the heat rock simmer.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode of In the Studio with Rob. Yeah, I know you forgot to say 2, 3, 1.
Can I just do it now? Can I just do it like
say
that?
It if you want to say it.
3, 2, 1. And we're live.
And we were still live, so I'm still saying what's up.
I'm still live. This is new live. That was old live. This is new live now. After the 3, 2, 1, we need to do this.
All right, well,
3, 2, 1.
What's up? So, anyway, I am me, he is him, and that's Izzle. So what's up, Izzle?
Not much, Rob. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right.
Yeah,
Hey,
good to hear it.
Bro, we gonna talk about something that, people, I think sometimes are afraid. No, I'm not afraid. They talk about it, I think, the wrong way.
What's that?
Infidelity. Cheating.
Can we? How far is this gonna be? Because you said infidelity. Like, are we gonna have to say words like infidelity, or can we?
No. I just want to start off with that.
Okay, so cheating.
Yeah, infidelity. So I think people talk about it wrong. One, they try to make
infidelity.
Yeah, but one, they try to make it one-sided. Like, oh, all men cheat, or all men. First of all men don't do nothing. There is no such thing as all men do. All men are different. That's the only all men you get. We all different. We do things differently. Some cheat, some don't. Same way some women cheat.
Black men don't.
Huh?
Black men don't. Black men don't cheat.
Yeah. So what I want to make sure we're clear on is that this is not a gender issue problem. This is not a race issue problem. This is, I think, it's more of a cultural problem. I think what happens is first of all, people cheat for many different reasons. People have, but it all comes down to their own selfishness. I'll put it that way. You cheat because you're being selfish. And we can blame it on, my wife didn't do this, or my husband didn't do that. Like, my husband, he don't bring me flowers no more. He don't tell me I'm pretty no more. And I was out and somebody was giving me compliments and it just became whatever. Or I can say, well, my wife is, she's not as affectionate. She ain't, we don't have, we ain't having sex like we used to, or she's mean to me. And so I met somebody else and things happen. We can give all those kind of excuses, but ultimately it's about, I was selfish. And if you are cheating, you are being selfish. You're thinking about your own need above the need of the relationship that you're in, or the marriage that you're in. You're thinking only about you and what you think you need, or what you want out of, what you want, or what you can get out of this. Now, some people, just, shouldn't be in relationships because they don't want one person. So they should just be honest enough to say, I don't want, to be in a relationship with one person. Just be honest. Some people want it, but then when they're in it, the relationship is not giving them what they want. So then they look outside of the relationship.
The relationship is you. It's your fault.
Yeah.
You're not giving them what they want.
So it's easy for me to say I cheated because of her. She didn't do this, so that's why I cheated. And I can blame her, but in reality, it don't matter. Until I'm comfortable enough with not having things just the way I want them to be, until I'm comfortable enough with not always being happy, or it's like that's why I hate the term happy life, happy wife, because if you only focus on the happiness of your wife, then or she only focuses on that, us the couple will never be good.
You're going to cheat on her because you're not happy.
Yeah,
you only wanted her to be happy. You're miserable, and she's so super overjoyed. So when she goes out into the sun to live life happily, you're gonna go cheat because you just want to feel something.
So
then we're alive.
We're not gonna be talking about that happy. You have to be strong enough in who you are and what you want, what you need, and be able to communicate those things to your partner, so that when there's a gap, when there's a lessening of your desires or your want, you can talk it out. And now, if you're not married, why cheat when you can just say, okay, this relationship is not working for me, I'm gonna just go somewhere else.
Cause she cool sometimes. You don't feel like it.
Yeah, she cool again because we're being selfish. I'm gonna take the good, but from her when she good, but then I'm gonna go over here when the other girl is right, and I'm gonna just be bound, kind of like I'm getting all of it that I need. A little bit from you, a little bit from you, a little bit from you, a little bit you, and then I get everything I need, as opposed to looking at this one person saying, can she give me what I need? And again, not everything you want. Nobody gonna give you that. And that's what you're looking for. You really should be by yourself, because you ain't never gonna find everything in one person. But if you with someone and you say, well, this man can give me the things that I need, not everything I want, but he can give me the things that I need. Now you then have to stop being selfish and trying to gain those other things from outside of your relationship. Because even, we talk about cheating, and it's usually when we talk about a physical thing, like, oh, well, the dude, he out sleeping around. But yet, how many of those emotional, mental cheating sessions you done had with your dude at work, or with your girl at work, where you so wrapped up into her that your wife or your husband or your girlfriend or your boyfriend, they become second because I'm giving all my emotions to this other person. You cheating. Because the person that you're in a relationship is the one who should be getting that emotion from you. It's supposed to be getting that honesty, that trust, building that trust with you through communication, learning how to grow and talk. I should be doing that with my wife or my girlfriend, not this other girl or not this other guy. Women, you can't just say, well, my husband don't communicate, so I have this guy and all we do is talk. But yeah, that's a relationship you just built. So now you're cheating. But you won't look at it that way because there's no physical touching or nothing physical, and it's only not physical because you really ain't in a position to be physical. Because if you let some man talk to you and sweet talk you and get to know you, and you're sharing all your secrets and y'all having it at work or whatever, the only reason y'all ain't cheating is because y'all at work. If y'all ever was in a situation where it's outside of the work environment or outside of just the phone, you're probably gonna cheat because he's already opened up all of your heart. He already touching those parts of you. So it's just a matter of time before he touches the rest. But again, cheating is so layered in that, but in reality it's because we're being selfish. I'm only thinking about myself. And even in relationship, I think when people talk about what they strayed outside their relationship, your relationship has some problems. But see, even the person that was cheated on don't want to think about the problems in the relationship. They just want to point at the cheater and be like, she ain't no good or he ain't no good. But no, we got problems in this relationship, and the problem is we never dealt with these issues. That's why I believe that if someone cheats on you, you can get past it if you choose to.
You gotta cheat back.
No. But you can get past it.
Even the score.
But you gotta be able to talk about what's the issue in the relationship. Now, if the person or the people in the relationship don't want to make changes in that relationship, of course you ain't gonna get past it. It's just a matter of time. You're just gonna be repeating the same cycle.
Then you cheat back.
But no, not yet.
Oh.
So, but if let's say I like to go out, my wife don't like to go out. So if I'm telling my wife I want to go dance and I want to go, we got to go out and dance, have a good time, and she said I don't want to go out, I'm not doing it, and I go do it, then I'm setting myself up for somebody else out here to dance with me, to talk with me, make me feel good about what I already want to do, and my wife is not coming. So, wife, sometimes you're going to have to sacrifice what you don't want to do for what your husband wants to do, and vice versa. Husband, if your wife said, well, I just want you to talk to me, I want you to, spend time with me and, go to a play with me. I may not want to, but if I don't, and she's going to need that somebody to communicate with her, she's being set up and for failure, for somebody to step in that gap. And so we don't want to look at that. We only want to look at the end result. The end result is the cheating. But there's a lot of stuff that played into that long before the actual act happened. So we got to be able to communicate, be able to tell our wife, tell our husband, tell our girlfriend, tell our boyfriend, tell them, what is it that you need from me? What is it that this relationship needs to grow? Because again, your relationship is either going to grow or it's going to die. So what do we need so that our relationship can grow? We need more communication. We need more time. If you might say, well, I just want to sit and listen to music sometime and just, we sit and laugh and sing along to some songs. Maybe that's what you need. If that's what she needs or that's what he needs, then as a partner, you give them that.
And if they don't, cheat on them.
Nah, we ain't gonna do that yet.
Oh,
we ain't talk, but
my fault.
So,
it's still early.
Stay back.
Really, 11 minutes in.
But we gotta make sure. That we are communicating what we need. We talked about love languages before, and everybody has a love language. Now the problem is, all of us don't know what our love language is. But when you know, or once you figure out what that love language is, it's your responsibility to, one, tell your partner, and then it's your partner's responsibility to try to fulfill that love language or speak that love language. But what we have is we're not communicating with each other what that language is. But yet it's funny that I don't communicate it with my wife or my husband or your boyfriend, your girlfriend. You don't communicate it with them, but then you meet somebody and you communicate it with that person. So I'm not communicating with my wife that my love language is physical touch, but then I meet somebody and I'm letting them touch all over me, or I'm having, because one, they just assume, I guess, or whatever, but they know what it is, but my wife didn't. Because there's no communication. My wife is not communicating that her love language is quality time, but yet she's spending quality time with an old boy from work. That's we've dropping the ball because we're not communicating well what our languages are, and then having or expecting the other person to fulfill a need that they didn't even know we had. We have to make sure we're communicating those things. And then again, we gotta stop being so selfish. I say it all the time. When you get married, it ain't about you no more. It's about us. So you gotta stop thinking you're gonna be the only one happy in this relationship, or you should be the only one happy, or you should be the only one that's getting everything they want. Nobody gonna get everything they want. But it's about us. How do we grow? How do we get better? And we're not going to get better if one of us is out doing things we shouldn't be doing. Cheating, either emotional, physical, or any other kind of way. We're not going to grow. We're going to have to spend time, hunker down, figure out what we're doing and what we want to do. We got to be able to talk them things out. It's easy to say, oh, you're a cheater. Yeah, maybe I was. Maybe I did. But that's the result of a lot of different things that happen prior to the cheating. I'd ask you this. If you married, you got a girl, your girl is, y'all live together, or y'all ain't married, y'all live together, or you got a wife, y'all live together. So if you live with that person, and all of a sudden she going out more often. After work, she got, we going, everybody from work going here, or the girls getting together all of a sudden. You didn't know she had a friend, but now all of a sudden she going out. But you ignored all that because you looking at it as, well, at least I ain't got to talk to her. I ain't got to spend no time with her. Why are you surprised when you find out that she cheated? Because the signs were there. What was happening was right in front of you, but you ignored it because you didn't want to be bothered. The same thing. You got a husband, all of a sudden, dude ain't asking you to get busy no more. He ain't coming home trying to get close to you no more. But you ain't really caring because you don't like doing it anyway. So you like, well, it ain't no big deal. I'm just ignoring, And then you surprised that love language, whatever that language is going to be fulfilled somewhere. So you can't turn a blind eye to it. You can't close yourself off to what's going on around you because you don't want to be bothered. And then be surprised when something happens. And I'm not blaming, people say, well, you trying to blame the person that got cheated. No, I'm not. I'm just trying to tell you there are reasons for things the reason things happen. Ultimately, yes, is your fault, the cheater's fault for cheating, because he or she should not have cheated.
But sometimes it's your fault too. So you drove me to her arms.
So yeah, it's ultimately their fault. However, as a husband, as a wife, I have an obligation, I have a responsibility to fulfill the needs of my wife. You have an obligation as a wife to fulfill the needs of your husband. So you can't just say, well, it's all you and not me, because what's going to happen is we're never going to get better. We're never going to be able to heal from it because you can't focus on, you won't ever focus on what I need. So what's going to happen is I'm going to come back and I'm going to be sad, and I'm going to be trying to get you to trust me. I'm going to be in the house all the time, but now I'm miserable, but I'm home all the time because I'm trying to rebuild this thing, but you still ain't changed what you're doing. So eventually what's going to happen is either I'm going to get so frustrated that I got to keep coming here that I'm just mean all the time, or I'm going to just say, well, I'm done anyway. So the relationship still will never heal because you won't focus on the need of your partner. And I'm talking male or female. This is about what do they need? What is their love language? How do they need to feel loved? And it's my job to fulfill that need for them. This ain't it's easy for us to always point the finger and blame one side. But it's so much more than that in a relationship. A relationship is not either or. Sometimes neither one of us is going to be happy. But happiness don't matter anyway because it's just a fleeting emotion. It's going to come and go with the wind anyway. But if I got love, I got trust, I got joy in the relationship, I got some peace in my relationship, then I can deal with the highs and lows of happiness. But if I'm not able to express my need to my significant other and have them want to fulfill my need, then that's a problem. You gotta want. Don't just, I'm gonna do it because he wants to. I don't want to. How you think that make a man feel? I don't even like it no more. I'm just doing it. then trust me, he gonna find somebody who like it.
And he's gonna cheat on you with them.
And the same thing with dude. Look, dude, you don't want to talk to her. She can talk to anybody. I don't want to talk. I don't like talking. Then she will find somebody who talk, and then eventually that conversation will turn into bedroom talk. And now you all upset. I can't believe she cheated on me. Why, dude? You stopped talking to her. You ain't really said 2 words to her in the 6 months. When the last time you told her how good she looked? When the last time you took her out and you know, took her to dinner or the plays or whatever? When the last time y'all got dressed up and did something nice? And people will say, well, we got kids. So what? You got babysitters. You can pay somebody if you want to if you ain't got no family. You can pay somebody to watch your little bad kids. But the problem is you can't use your children as an excuse why you don't spend time with your spouse or your mate. Because what's going to happen is if you don't spend time with them, and if we always got to spend time apart, somebody going to feel the void that you letting go. And you know, you got women that say, well, you know, I ain't going to be asking him to go out with me. He always got to do it. Who cares who always does it as long as you get to do it? If you have to plan an evening once a month, once a week, twice a month, whatever it is, if you have to plan it and y'all go out and have a good time, does it really matter who planned it? Now, if y'all had a terrible time, I'd be mad too that I planned it. It was terrible. But if we going out and we having fun, we enjoying each other, then what difference do it make who planned it? The goal is for us to enjoy each other's company. We go out, we have a nice dinner, we go to a play, we go to a concert, whatever we do, we have a good time, and then we come back home and we do our thing. That way, you got what you needed, I got what I needed, we both happy. The outside influences, those outside people, they don't affect us. Because my wife is fulfilling my need, my husband is fulfilling my need. So we got to make sure we doing those kind of things. So we, like I said, don't get caught up into, you know, who's doing what, and you know, it's like what time don't matter. Times don't really matter. We just got to know what time it is, so that we look. I'm going to put in this time. I'm going to spend the time I need to get to know my wife, get to know my significant other, so that I can fulfill the need. So then I ain't worrying about the cheating.
You sure you don't want to say time again? I think you started at like 14.
Yeah.
You want to round it out to 20?
All right. So, but I don't worry about cheating because I'm spending time. I ain't worrying about cheating because she's gonna let me hold her, or you know, we hold it and we cuddle and we spending that. We spending that
those moments that we need to.
But, you know, but again, you know, so I just think that we can't just take the lazy way out of thinking all the way. Always being lazy in our thoughts, saying because she did that, it's all her fault, or he did that, it's all his fault. Yeah, ultimately, I mean, if you want to look at the big picture, yeah, they shouldn't have done it. However, the relationship is on both of us. And if something goes wrong in the relationship, then we're going to have to fix it. So we need to be held accountable for what's going on in it. Don't just keep looking and saying, well, you know, she don't want to go out with me, so okay, sometime I'm going to have to not go out. Or sometime she going to have to go out with me. Yo, you need to get dressed up. Because again, this is what people don't realize. Especially like if I go to work every day, and let's say I go into the office, and I'm coming in here with all these women, they dress, they fly, they looking nice every day. And I go home and wife always got on sweatpants. Never no makeup on, or no, maybe she'll need makeup, that's fine, but never looking cute. She just always looking like the baby just spit up on her. And then it's like, yo, at some point, babe, I want you to get dressed up and look nice for me, because this is what I'm seeing all the time. Men are visual. But you like, well, I'm just tired. I'll do. Okay, well, maybe we need to get you a sitter so that you can go get pampered and beautiful and then come home so that we can then go do some things that we need to do together. Same thing. If she going to work every day and she out here and, you know, these dudes coming out here, they just left the gym and now they coming to work and they got on their nice suit and tie, they looking sharp. And then she looking at you and you always got your pants sagging off your behind, looking all grungy, and you like, well, I had to work all day, I'm tired, I'm just relaxing. No, man, regardless of what you had to do, part of what you have to do is satisfy your wife. Part of what you have to do is satisfy your husband. So you can't just say what you're doing and make it as if, oh, that's the end all to be all. Because what will happen is eventually somebody else going to try to weasel their way in there and fulfill that need that you ain't fulfilling. And then we'll be yelling, oh, she cheated on me. I can't believe she cheated on me. And everybody was like, I can't believe he took on his own to cheat on you. But come on, man. And again, I do not condone cheating. That is not what I'm doing. But I want you to look at the big picture and not just get caught up on the act itself. Like I said, some of y'all just don't need to be in a relationship because you don't want to be monogamous. So if that's the case, stay by yourself. Don't bring somebody else into your nonsense. If that's what you want, be man enough, be woman enough to be like, yo, I'm cool with not being in a relationship. And ain't nothing wrong with that either. That's your thing. Do your thing. But if you want to be in a relationship, then be in a relationship. And that means I'm fulfilling her needs, she's fulfilling my needs. And she's sacrificing for me. I'm sacrificing for her. It ain't just about her, it ain't just about me. It's about us. And if you do those things, I think we'll see the cheating in your relationship, you'll see that start not being an issue at all because I'm already fulfilling her needs. She ain't got no need to go looking for nobody else to talk to. I talk to her. I ain't got no need to go out looking for no woman to lay with. She lay with me all the time. We good. We fulfill those needs. So with that, we're going to wrap this one up. I hope you guys got a little something out of it. Look, cheating, don't cheat, people. No, don't cheat.
Okay.
Let's just have some conversations. Talk about what we need, what we want. And then we'll see the benefits of a relationship from that. All right? With that, Izzo, we got anything, man?
No, it's pretty heavy. I guess the people are agreed and they shouldn't cheat. So.
All right, good. I'm glad the people agree.
Yeah, especially black men, because of course black men don't cheat.
Black men don't cheat, no. Mm-hmm. So with that, we're gonna wrap this up. And Izzo, what do we want the people to do again?
You want them to tell everyone they know. I don't even care if y'all are friends anymore. Just tell everyone. Tell people you don't know. Just pass people on the street and do like when they trying to get you to buy stuff. Just tell them to like and subscribe to In the Studio with Rob.
Why do and I think people don't. Sometimes you need a why.
Mm-hmm.
And you could tell people when they say, "Why should I subscribe?" or like, you could say, "Because it's helping me to grow."
And we want to grow these pockets. Cause listen, like and subscribe. Look, I don't know. Just do what you gotta do. Why you hating? Like just hate, like and subscribe. You don't gotta do nothing. You don't even gotta watch the show when it come up. Like when you feed. Like just go and listen to the podcast at some point. But just like and subscribe. How much stuff comes on your timeline that you like? Oh, I didn't know if I was this. Just like and subscribe, fam. You're not doing nothing on YouTube that's about to make this subscription be inconvenient for you.
But I want you to grow.
Yeah, no, I mean definitely be better at this.
Be better.
Be better with us after liking and subscribing.
There you go. Now we got it. So that was different.
You're hard-headed. I don't even. Never mind. Go ahead, man. Tell me.
All right. So all I'm gonna say now is we're gonna get up out of here. We will holler at you later.
And remember, he is Rob. I just look like him.
Peace.
Gotta go.
Studio. We in the studio. We in the studio. With Rob in the studio. In the studio. In the studio. Catch a vibe in the studio. In the studio. We in the studio. With Rob. In the studio. In the studio. We in the studio. catch a vibe.
Yeah, I'm in the studio with Rob. I need to make the heat flicker. Izzle on it, only thing can make a Rico beat sicker. So listen and get your wisdom. Gemstones on your head. Good with the OG like Flintstones, good in bed. Been living a long time and he got something to say. Depending on how he feeling, dog, he might got something to pray. This type of influence that he ain't gotta filter through your liver. We in the studio with Rob, come let the heat rock simmer.